and welcome to this episode of the Self-Improvement Project. I hope you're all well. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. Today's episode is simply named How to Find Your Purpose. Now, disclaimer note, there is no one objective answer to finding your purpose. Your purpose is subjective. It is not one thing. But I'm going to give you a wee formula that is going to help you find your purpose. The beauty of your purpose being subjective as well is that it allows it to evolve. Something that's been on my mind quite recently has been the power of having 5-year projects. A wee story about things that I feel like I've been passionate about in my life, or that I've had purpose in my life, that has motivated me, has been around things that have lasted for around 5 years. When I was younger, I played football. I was a goalkeeper for about 5 years. Then I moved outfield for about 5 years. I then went and did coaching in football for around 5 years. And whilst having the ups and downs, you have your successes, you have your downfalls as well. It has allowed my purpose to evolve into what I do now, in the sense of developing others, teaching others, that education-based purpose. So that gives you a little bit of insight into what I'm going to touch on today and how to find your purpose. I wish that maybe on reflection, when I was younger, that I'd known something as simple as this to help me be at peace with finding my purpose. We get distracted by things such as status, those that we surround ourselves with. Maybe what our environment is telling us, the parents, the mentors, the authority figures, our friends socially. What are they all doing? How does that influence us and what we do? So always bringing it back to this simple formula that can reassure us that we are on the right path. So what this formula is simply our values add our actions equals our purpose. Now you might be thinking, Lawrence, that's quite simple, and maybe too simple. But it has to be for such a big thing. Because it's so objective to subjective to yourself, there needs to be a blueprint, a benchmark as such for everyone. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explore each of those things. So I've done previous episodes talking about our values, but our values are so important and integral to this process. Our values give us meaning. Our values give us a sense of what's right and what's wrong. Have you ever been asked to do something that you simply disagree with in your gut? And that is essentially your values talking to you, your intuition. We gain our values through experience, putting ourselves out of our comfort zone, trying new things, seeing how we fare with them, and allowing us and putting ourselves out there to make decisions around what we agree with and what we don't agree with. And the important message here to find our purpose is to expose ourselves. We need to expose ourselves to new experiences, new cultures, things that we're not familiar with. Because we can sit in solitude all day and think about what our values are. But we only truly find out our values when we're put in a situation, how we react to that. So take this time to reflect on your experiences in your life, to think about, why did I make that decision? What is that value that I have? And the circle of people within your life that you're closest with will share some similar values to that. You'll have your own spin on them. Yours might be more evolved than them. But your values, as well as everyone else's individual values, serves them. It serves you in what you've achieved so far in your life, but also what you're going to achieve. So by getting really clear on your values is important. As an idea, the most clear I've ever been on my values has been when looking for a job. You will read about a job, you'll talk to people about a job, you'll discuss it with friends and family, and you'll reflect on previous experiences that you've had. But you'll know when a job is right for you because of your values. It allows you to get them crystal clear for yourself. So we've got our values, and then we need to add our action. So this is where we need to expose ourselves to our different experiences. One of the most important things I did in my life was when I was 20 and I went across to America by myself for a summer to work in a soccer camp as such. And this really hit home in the sense of a different culture, and not going there on holiday, but living it. Being open-minded to the people that live there and the way that they live their life, and reflecting on that and how I live my life. Taking the good things, adding them to my good things, and it had a profound impact on the way I lived my life when I got home. So sometimes it takes something like this to allow your purpose to become greater, and it almost hits you in the face. So maybe this is something you need to do. Not travel halfway around the world, but you need to seriously push yourself out your comfort zone. You're getting to the edge of that safety net, as well as the edge of what you feel comfortable doing. The skills that you have, your capabilities, you're at the edge of those capabilities. And that is what brings the best out of you. So when you combine these, you've got quite a powerful product right there. And that is essentially your purpose. And like I said, it doesn't stay still. It evolves. So one of the most beautiful things about life is that you've got it all ahead of you. You've got all these actions to take, all these experiences to make. And this is going to help your purpose evolve into something magical for yourself. If you're maybe a bit younger in that sense of at the start of a journey, you've got a blank canvas ahead of you, which is great. And also if you're maybe a wee bit more experienced, you've got a lot to reflect on. Have you ever taken the time to think about your experiences or think about the decisions that you made? You might be fantastic at what you do because of these decisions and actions that you've made and the values that you have. You're just not appreciating your purpose that much. So it's as simple as that. As always, I'm trying to provoke thought. I'm trying to create ideas for you to help you gain clarity over who you are and who you want to become. So I hope that's been useful for you. And as always, thanks very much for listening. Cheers.